name is Natalie if you're new, and today we are bringing out the sewing machine again. I haven't done a sewing video in more than 4 months now, and I'm starting to feel a little bit guilty because sewing used to be one of my favorite hobbies and I just completely stopped doing it for some reason. Also, if you are a beginner at sewing, this is a perfect little tutorial to start with because it's super easy. As you probably already know by the title, we're gonna be making these super Pinteresty, like it girl headbands. I just find them so pretty. As I said, I've been sewing for a while, so that's why I have so many of these little tiny pieces of fabric left. But even if you don't have anything, you can literally use like an old t-shirt that you don't wear anymore and you can just cut it up. I have my cutting board here and my roller knife. If you don't have this, you can just use your regular, pair of scissors. And before we jump into it, I just want to explain that there are actually two different types of stretchy fabrics. The first one is stretchy from one side, but then not stretchy from the other, as you can see. So if you are working with a fabric like this, you need to cut the pieces of fabric in the way that it stretches so that it like can stretch around your head. And then just the second type of fabric is the one that stretches from both sides, so you can literally cut it however you want to. I'm also working with so many different fabrics here, so some of them will be stretchy, some of them not that much. So I hope that it will work. I mean, we will find that out, I guess. Let me start out with this fabric just because I don't really find it that appealing. I won't be using any exact measurements just because I'm working with totally different pieces of fabric, so I have different amounts to work with every time. But I think the ones that I saw on Pinterest, like these ones, are between 1 and 2 inches wide. I'm just gonna work with what I have, and every one of them will be a little bit different, but it's fine because it's handmade, and when it's handmade, it's never the same. Also, you can definitely use one of these fabric meters to like measure around your head. Just because this is like an end of a t-shirt, I'm gonna cut it open right where this seam is. And now I'm just gonna measure the 18 inches on there. I'm gonna make a mark a little bit further than the 18 inches just to have some seam allowance. Once I have the marks there, I'm just gonna cut it. Now I'm just gonna flip it the wrong side out, and this is gonna be the headband. Okay, everything is pinned, so I'm gonna go right ahead and start sewing. I do definitely recommend, especially if you are a beginner, to try to stitch it first with a scrap piece of fabric. So I'm just using the piece that I cut off earlier, just because I'm never too sure with like the setting of a machine. So the only thing that I'm sure about is that I'm gonna be using a zigzag stitch because I'm working with a stretchy fabric. And if I would use a straight stitch, the thread would tear, and I'm just gonna like play around with the other things. I actually think I found the right setting on the first try, which is amazing. That like never happens, okay? So I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm just gonna go right ahead and sew this together. It's freaking wavy. But I don't know why it's wavy. Like, I didn't try to pull the fabric because it's very important to like not pull the stretchy fabric because then it creates that lettuce hem. Anyways, I'm not gonna be sad about it. I'm just gonna work with what I have and pretend like it's not the worst. Now you're gonna want to take this and turn the whole thing inside out. And the stretchier fabric you're working with, the better, because I'm really struggling right here. So I'm gonna speed this up. Okay, done it. Looks terrible, but done it. Anyways, now that I have this, I'm again just gonna kind of measure how much fabric I really need. So I think I'm gonna cut off a little bit more. Now that we have this and we're satisfied with everything, we're gonna turn this inside out again. I know that it kind of sounds stupid, but this time we're gonna do it only halfway. And now that we have the ends of the headband touching, we're just gonna like shake it out. So now we have this kind of like double-sided tunnel, and the right sides of the fabrics are touching, which is important. So now we're basically gonna sew along this, and we're gonna leave like 2 centimeter opening just so we can turn the whole thing inside out again. And now that I turned the whole thing inside out, I screwed it up, okay? Because it's all twisted, and I actually do not understand why. I think I actually twisted it when I was turning it inside out. So a hack that I have for this is to follow the seams and to always have them match up. Seams are touching, and I'm going to We have the double-sided tunnel again, so I'm going to sew this up. Yay! It's not twisted, so I'm just gonna sew the opening again. The opening isn't perfect, like I could definitely, oh my god, that looks so bad. But I mean, this is gonna be here anyway, so nobody's gonna see it. But yeah, obviously it would look so much better if I had my bangs out and my hair down, but my hair is super oily, so that's not gonna happen today. I'm definitely gonna be doing like a little modeling cameo at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Now that I kind of have the hang of this, I think I'm gonna divide the video into 2 sections. I'm first gonna be measuring all of the pieces of fabrics, pinning it down, you know, everything like that, and then we'll just sew them up all at once so that I'm not like constantly moving my machine. So yeah, let's do this. My camera died. It's okay though, because it was actually very boring. I cut all of these and pinned them, so these are all the headbands that we're gonna be sewing. I repeated it 20 times, so we will have 21 headbands. Anyways, I'm gonna start sewing. I'm gonna put a movie on again and speed this up, and then we will have like a tiny little modeling show. To be honest, this part was very, very time consuming and the most boring part out of it all, I think. Turning it inside out was such a pain, but I mean, it was worth it. They all turned out super cute, which you will see in a little bit. I definitely do recommend working with a fabric that is as stretchy as possible because it just makes it so much easier to turn it inside out. However, after I put the movie on and just started to like enjoy the process, it was actually very nice. I found it really relaxing, and it was just nice to focus on one activity for such a long time because I usually only focus for so many hours on one thing, only when I'm working on my computer and sitting at my desk for hours. So it was actually nice to be doing something with my hands and doing something creative. So yeah, make sure to try it. Guys, I'm not even halfway done and it's been like 6 hours, but I just wanted to show you like the ones that I already have because they look so cute. Well, first, here is a picture of them laying right there on my table. I feel like it just looks so aesthetically pleasing, but still, I absolutely love the different colors and the different textures. And as you can see, they are all in different sizes too, so I can give them to like my friends. But yeah, guys, I have still so much more to go. So I think I'm just gonna finish all of them off camera so that you're not like completely bored. And yeah, then we will do the most fun part, which is try them on. So yeah, anyways, bye for now. Hi everybody, so it's actually been 5 days, I think. I don't even know. But yeah, I finally had the time to show you the beautiful headbands that we made. Here is the majority of them. I have still some on my desk. And I think it took me like 6 hours, but I was taking breaks and I was also filming. So if I only count 5 hours, it means that one headband took me 20 minutes to make, which I mean is worth it, I think, because they're so cute. But yeah, I actually found the shirts that match with the headbands that I made, so I'm gonna just quickly, you know, style them up so you can see it. Enjoy! Clip. I didn't style all of them because I would have to think of 18 different outfits and that's just not this video. But yeah, I hope you got a little idea on how I will wear them. That was the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Definitely comment something down for the algorithm. Also, if you haven't been, go check out my Instagram and my TikTok. And yeah, that's it. I love you so, so much. Thank you for all your support and I will see you in my next video. Bye!